Hey guys! So it's been a while. Sharon and I have both been really busy with our jobs. It's back to school time, so all the kids are out, they want back to school clothes, they want back to school haircuts, and it's just been really crazy. We haven't had any time to do anything, so here we are. Oh, something else that happened. It was my birthday. Yay, birthdays! No, not yay. I don't like my birthday, so this video I'm going to talk to you about today is something that I've been wanting to do pretty much since we started this channel. If you guys weren't totally aware, I am a cosmetologist, my dream job, and I'm so happy that I do it, but I don't always enjoy the people that come in. And it's almost like you guys need a video on how to properly act at a hair salon. And that's what this video today here is, to teach you that. I have a handy dandy list and I'll take you through everything, and I'm gonna try my hardest not to be mean about it, because I was reading some of these I wrote down like, ooh, that's kind of mean, but it needs to be said. So here we go. Know what an inch is. Now this doesn't really apply to guys because a lot of guys have short hair, but at the same time you guys kind of need to know what an inch is, because I've had guys with hair that's only like this long, which is about 2 inches, say cut 3 inches off. And I'm looking at the hair and I'm like, it's not 3 inches. So know what an inch is, and most of the time, if your hairstylist is good, or for me, I will show you what an inch is, because I know with girls with long hair, if they're like, I know I need 3 inches, and you think 3 inches is like this much, but I'll bring the hair around and I'll show you, I'm like, this is 3 inches, and they're like, oh, that's not bad at all. So just know what an inch is. It's just common sense. I mean, it should be common sense. Do not tell a hairstylist, I don't know, whatever looks good. Because most of the time, we'll give you a trendy haircut, or we'll give you a haircut that like frames your face, or like something that you probably don't want. Most of the time, that's how you end up with hair down past your butt to hair up to your shoulders. If you went to a hairstylist and they retired, they moved to a new salon, whatever, you can't go to them anymore, and you go to a new one, don't expect that hairstylist to cut exactly the same way that your previous hairstylist did, because everybody learns everything differently. Everybody goes to different schools, they learn differently how to cut hair, style it, color it. Even if they go to the same school, it's just a matter of preference. It's a matter of how you want to cut their hair. Don't get mad at that hairstylist if they do something different, because you're trying to find someone new and they're going to be completely different from the other stylist. I have people come in, and I've done this too, don't get me wrong, I've done this too when I've come in to my hairstylist and I hear, I'm looking for a change, but they're not willing to part with their length. It's really hard to do anything different. All I can do is put layers in your hair or give you bangs, or both, you know, which is not a big deal. Maybe that's what you were looking for, but if you're not willing to part with your inch, with any of the length of your hair, there's not much that I can do. So you know when you go to the hair salon, you sit down in the chair and you feel that little footrest beneath your feet? Keep your feet on that. There's a reason that's there. If you keep your feet off of it on the floor, it's only gonna make it difficult for us to swivel the chair around, because that's what we have to do in order to cut your hair. Because the way that I was taught was you're supposed to stand in one spot the entire time that you're cutting hair, and you're supposed to move the chair so that way you can get different sides of the head. Keep your feet on the footrest, and don't try to keep the chair grounded if I try to move it. There's a reason I'm moving it. I get that so many times, especially with guys. Your legs are really long, so you just want to keep them on the ground? No, keep them on the footrest, please. If you have a certain hairstylist that you like to go to and they cut your hair all the time, chances are they're not exactly going to remember what they did last time. So don't go to them and say, just like last time. Because we're not going to remember. We cut like I cut like 20 heads a day and cut their hair. I always say I cut 20 heads, but I cut 20 heads of hair a day. And I'm not going to remember what I did last time. There's only like 4 or 5 people that I can always remember what I did last time. And that's about it. Oh, this one. Don't go to a hairstylist that you've never been to and tell them, no hairstylist has been able to cut my hair correctly. Because it's most likely you. It's most likely you. If no hairstylist has ever been able to cut your hair, you've gone to a chain salon with cheap haircuts, you've gone to an expensive salon where you have to pay like $70 for a haircut, and no one in between has been able to cut your hair correctly, it's you. You either need to bring a picture with you or learn how to explain it correctly. Don't try to use the terms that we know. Please don't try to use those terms. You most likely do not know what they mean. And I'm not saying that in like a mean way, like I'm an elite person and you're not. I'm just saying you probably don't really understand what that means, because I've had people that they tell me the term and I'm like, oh, they must know what they're talking about. I do it and they're like, yeah, that's not what I meant. Unless you are a hairstylist and you're going to someone else, then you can do that. If you do not like the cut, color, style, anything I do to your hair, you need to tell me. You need to tell me. If it's something as simple as styling your hair differently, I will fix it. If your hair is too brassy, I can fix it. If your hair isn't what you want it, I can fix it. I am so sick of girls that come in, because it's most likely girls, guys will tell you if they don't like something. It's most likely girls that come in and I cut their hair and it's not short enough and they won't tell me. Or I had one woman, I styled her hair and her boyfriend called 2 hours later saying that she ripped out her updo that I did and she hated it. And I kept asking her, do you like it? Do you like it? And she kept saying yes. So if you don't like it, please tell me. It's something that I can fix. These are things that I can fix. I went to hair school. I learned how to fix things that I did wrong. Because that just like hurts my feelings as like a person in general. You didn't like something, but yet you're gonna come back in later and get me in trouble for something that I could have fixed easily. And it saves you a trip from having to come back in. Like, if a hairstylist does not work for you, do not go back to them. Just don't. If they've cut your hair like 2 or 3 times and it's not anything that you want, don't go back to them. Just don't. Most importantly, be patient with your hairstylist. Some people like to take their time and color the hair correctly, or do the foils correctly, style hair correctly, because I know in this day and age it's all rush, get it done, but you want your hair done correctly, right? My manager got us like cups that have this saying on the side, and I just love this saying. I've even heard it at the salon. Like, I've had moms tell it to their daughters. I'm a beautician, not a magician. I can't magically fix your hair. It's something that I can work on at the salon, but then it's up to you to keep up with your hair. It's up to you to keep your hair healthy. I just love that saying. It's fantastic. So my ranting is done. I hope I wasn't too mean. I was just trying to explain to you guys because I see so much hate of hairstylists on YouTube, and I'm like, you guys, no, we're people too. I promise you. Like, when we try to talk to you, we're just trying to make conversation. We're not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I have social anxiety, so imagine being a hairstylist with social anxiety that's trying to talk to people, and they're just sitting there. Why are you trying to talk to me? Because I'm just trying to make conversation. I'm around you for like 10, 30 minutes, maybe even 5 hours. I don't know, I'm just trying to make it go faster, at least with conversation. Just be nice to your hairstylist, please. I hope I kept you informed about everything. This was all I could think of. I've spent months and months trying to piece pieced this list together. I've really paid attention to people at my salon. I mean, I really pay attention to them, but I really paid attention. Bye guys, and don't forget to stay super kawaii.